Hello Aries, welcome to Quarter Moon Tarot and welcome to your reading. Today's reading is about a relationship. So think of any relationship for which you would want some information, messages. We will discuss all of that in this reading. So think of a person with whom you would want, who's connected in this reading with you. So let's begin your reading. Let's get some cards for Aries and a significant relationship, whatever relationship Aries has in mind. We're going to get some information about that. So let's start with your side of the reading. We have the High Priestess. Now see, all these cards which are coming out are going to be purely in context with this relationship. You know, how are you in this relationship as well? So this is not your general nature, this is how you are in this relationship. Okay, so you are the High Priestess. Now just let me check the camera. Okay, that's fine. So you are the High Priestess here in the relationship, Aries, and your partner. And you know, it need not always be a person. You know, I have seen that this works very well for a relationship you have with anything, with whether it's your money, you know, friends, your job, your house, yourself, you and yourself also. So see, you know, what would you like to examine today? So this is who you are in the relationship, Aries. You are the High Priestess and the other person is, we've got the Justice card. Someone who is very fair and just. Oh, see, you got two major arcana cards. Now let me get some more, okay? And then I will start elaborating on them. What connects both of you? Surrender and change. See, Aries, you are someone who is very reserved, very quiet, keeps a lot of things to themselves as far as this relationship goes. You're not very conversant, you do not like to share, you do not like to be open about anything, talk about anything, discuss anything much with in this relationship. You're very, very quiet. And the other person is someone who is very logical, who is very practical, analytical, brings a balance in the relationship. They know how to balance this relationship, Aries. They have they are very clear about a lot of things. In fact, I would say they're clear about everything in this relationship. They have absolutely no confusion. They might not be very emotional, but they are very balanced and they're very clear about themselves and the relationship, why they are with you, what is the need to be with you. But you on the other hand are but you have a certain sense of you in this relationship, you have a certain intuition about this relationship, and that is why you are connected to this person, or that is why you are with them. Now it's not, it can be a relationship within the family also, extended family, colleagues, people at work, etc. So there is some intuition you have about this relationship, and that's why you are in it. Now there is this, you need to release, there's a certain change which needs to, you're connected because there's a certain change which both of you need. I wouldn't say both of you, but I think you, because you are watching the video, they are not watching the video. So if you are, and everything relates to you. So you need to bring about a certain change in the relationship, and this relationship has also brought about a certain, it is designed to bring a certain change for you. But that change can only happen when you give up a little bit of control. As this card says, you need to surrender there is some change which this person has to bring in you and in your life, and that is why this person is connected with you. Being the high priestess, like I said, you're very quiet, you're very reserved, you're very intuitive, very dreamy, and very emotional. As I mean, you know a lot of things, but you do not really discuss or share with this person. And I think there is a certain need to change that. You might feel that you have you don't want to, let's say, you don't want to, what's the right word, don't want to give up that you don't want to get into that flow. There's a certain flow of energy between two people in a relationship. That flow is being held back because of your own reservations, whatever they might be. And that is why you don't share much, you don't discuss much, you don't talk much. And speaking of which, there's a dog barking who is so when we pick up things, nature also gives us clues. There is a certain communication, I think, from your part which needs to be there in this relationship. You need to say something, you need to share a little, you need to be more open in this relationship, Aries. Now let's continue your reading. Okay, now I'll just cut the deck and pick up cards. You got the Tower card. Two of Pentacles. Okay. See, now Aries, this relationship has been something which has turned your life around to a large extent. It has brought about a lot of sudden changes, unexpected changes. I would say, could be sudden also, but definitely changes you did not expect. You had your own thought process about how things are going to happen in this relationship, but what you actually you see this as something which has changed your life. And there are certain changes. This card is very, very significant in your reading. These are changes which you do not want to acknowledge. Because of this person, there has been a change which has come about in you, and in, of course, then in your life as well. But you're not sure whether you want to look at them, you don't want to examine them. I think it has not been a very pleasant change for you, not the expected kind of change. I would say, I wouldn't say pleasant, I will say the change you expected, the change you were hoping for, the change you thought which will come to you, that did not come to you, Aries. It was something quite unexpected, quite what you never even thought of or what you imagined. And for a long time you have been, let it be, let it be. I really don't want to take a look at it. Whatever it is, just let me continue. Okay, but nonetheless, I mean, you wanted, you thought that there will be a new road opening up for you. You thought that there's going to be, this person would be somebody who loves you a lot, where there is a romantic connection. You thought that this person would be your lover. You could walk a new road with them. There would be a lot of harmony, love, new opportunities, new beginnings, a new journey, a new path. A lot of new things would have opened up for you. That is what you were expecting from this person. Okay, so a lot of expectations were not fulfilled, and something quite different happened to you and to your life when this person came into your life. Now, for this person, they are a little confused about you, because see, being very quiet and being silent, it's very difficult for other people to figure out somebody. So that is why, with this Two of Pentacles over here, they're really not quite sure, what it is with you and how they stand with you. Because, you are not expressing much, so they are probably taking their own decisions, they're coming to their own conclusions. Even if they're not coming to their own conclusion, they do not know where they stand with you, how the relationship is with you. they also expected that, see, for them, you coming into their life ended some, something for them which was very difficult and painful for them. Okay, they were also going through a little tough time. I wouldn't say little tough time, but they were not going through a very good time when you came into their life. They were thinking that, things will change for them. They were thinking that, whatever it is that they were dealing with, will come to an end when, they met you. And because of you being in their life, they thought a lot of things would come to an end for them, things which they were dealing with, which were very difficult for them. And they have taken this relationship as, some god sent, you know um, see, there is a certain newness you brought into their life. There is a, a certain, they got a certain kind of respite from the tough times they were going through. You definitely brought in, a breath of fresh air into their life. So things, got a little better for them. Things were a little easier for them after you stepped in. And they look at it that, this is something which has been sent from the universe. It is God sent. This is how they view the relationship. This is what they feel that they got. And since, you came into a life and they were ending something very difficult, or they were at the brink of ending something very difficult, they have that, that logic with them that, things fell into place for them when you came in, right? So that is why they feel that yes, they came out of something, and or probably simultaneously you walked in. So they felt that yes, when they were coming out of something difficult, you came in and helped them through it. So that is why they feel that you are God sent over here. The universe designed your coming together in such a way that coming out from a tough time, they came into better energy. And that is why they feel that this has been some kind of a good turn which has happened with them. Universe has done that for them to send you in their life. So for them, things became a little better after you came in, but for you it was rather unexpected, as in unexpected and different from what you were visualizing and imagining for yourself. Now this is how things stand. So Aries, if you would the way things are, you need to surrender to your feelings. You really need to take a good look at everything before a change can come into this relationship. See, we all get to connect with a tarot reading or a tarot reader if there are some things where you need answers. So there are some things you feel like burying under the carpet. You don't want to take a look at it, but that is not going to change anything. There are certain things you need to take a good look at, so that you are at ease and comfortable in this relationship. There's a lot you keep from this person. There's a lot you do not tell them. In fact, there's a lot you don't tell yourself. You don't acknowledge it, and you do not like to deal with it. And that is why when you give up that need to keep yourself under control, your emotions under control, your experiences under control, everything under control, it gets a little heavy. And that is what you need to change. You need to surrender, not hold back so much, Aries. You need to be in the flow a little, to converse a little, to share with them a little, because they cannot figure out what you are feeling, thinking, experiencing, and what is your view on this relationship. That is going to bring about a very good change when you start sharing and opening up a little, first with yourself, and then you see a certain comfort level coming within you, and that is what is going to also impact this person. Let's continue your reading. The future of your relationship, you've got Ace of Swords. See, mental clarity, breakthroughs, and success. See, it says that in the future there is a certain, like I would say, a certain, the confusion which you have with this relationship can come to an end as long as you start being honest with yourself about whatever it is that you are not looking at. Once you do that, then you will be very, very clear as to how you need to deal and approach a deal with this relationship, approach and relate with this person. This is a card of success, this is a card of mental clarity, this is a card of new beginnings also. You will be seeing your relationship from a totally new perspective. But provided you are you process all what you have been storing for such a long time. You need to process that, you need to be clear with that, you need to be authentic with how you are feeling about this, and then only will you see things becoming clear and moving ahead in this relationship. There is a little, not a little, I would say there is quite a bit of confusion, because you do not know whom to discuss this with. Maybe you don't discuss this with anybody, and it's kind of building up for you, Aries. Okay, let's get some more. I'll just get one more on this Ace of Swords. See, the swords are all about communication and thinking. Think through everything. Communicate with yourself as well as with the other person to get insights into the relationship. See, wait. You need to process things for yourself first, Aries, before you can, discuss them with this person. So it's not the time to rush into action, or rather, this is not the right time to take a decision. First, you need to be very clear with whatever it is that you have been avoiding for some time, Aries. You need to be very, very clear and process it and think through everything yourself before you move ahead. What's your guidance? So be very clear, Aries, about exploring your feelings, whatever you have experienced, whatever it has been. And before you take a decision, even if you want to take a decision of staying, leaving, whatever it is that you might want to decide, but take a well-informed decision. The information is to really peep into your heart as to how you actually feel about this entire thing. What's your guidance? You've got the positive energy card. Look at both sides of, look at both aspects of, not both, every aspect of this relationship. There is something positive in this. They may not, there are other negative things also. That is always there. Everything in life is a balance of these polarities. Examine the positive things this person has brought in your life. You have the Midas touch right now, and every project you begin turns to gold. There is a lot of success and there is a lot of potential in this relationship. You need to focus a little more on the positive aspect of it. See the goodness it has brought to you. See that a little, in more detail. How it has changed things for you, in a better way, and of course, the flip side of things as well. But then you need to weigh your options. You've got the Justice card over here, as well as the Lovers card over here. Before you take a new step, before you start on something new, get that balance. You've got a lot of Fate cards over here, Aries, the Lovers, Tower, and the High Priestess. This has also come, it has come to you for a very, very, very strong, with a very strong purpose and a very potent reason. But I think you're unable to really see that in its depth and in its totality and in its reality. It is not one of those things. Had it been one of those relationships which are which don't really leave that kind of an impact, you wouldn't have got these kind of Fate cards. This person also has Hierophant and the Justice card over here, but they are aware of it. That awareness needs to come to you, that why are you connected with this person, what is the reason. You really need to delve into that. When you do that, then you will see that positive aspect to this association, and then you will know that yes, you can move forward, whatever that forward movement might be. But you need to really see this entire thing in its for what it is, that is, I think, escaping you till now. Because with such strong Fate cards, this is not an ordinary connection. It has come with a purpose. Now, having said that, let me get a little more for you. Okay, so this was just guidance for you, but any more? Okay, we've got these cards. This is, just more information for you, Aries. Okay. Positive expectations. You've got two cards which have the word positive. So there is a lot of brightness, there is a lot of goodness in this association, Aries. You need to see it. Okay. Quiet time, time to contemplate, take that time out, and whatever you have buried deep inside, examine it, look at it. Okay, very in a very clear light. Parenting and children. Okay, this relationship also brings some kind of nurturing for you. Okay, this brings a lot of nurturing for you. For some of you, this thing is deeply connected with your parents, or children are associated in this relationship. So three things. See what works for you. One, two, or three. Whether it's a nurturing relationship and you know it, whether it has got something to do with your parents or something to do with your children. It is very, very significant, one of these 3 points. Okay, and that is why it is that, very, like I said, a potent connection, because dealing, with this relationship also has its it's also connected to these three things. Like I said, you're nurturing your relationship with your parents or your relationship with children. So it's not about you alone, it connects with all these as well. And we have happily ever after. See, this is a relationship which you can live happily ever after. You just need to see it so that your mind is at peace, you accept it, and then move on happily over here. There is a lot you keep to yourself, so you need to be aware of all of that. You need to express all of that. A lot of healing will happen with you, with your parents, with your children, and then you see how magical it can get. That is what the alchemy card says. It will be magical. There's some awareness, there's some insights which you need to get from on your own regarding this relationship, and then you see the road ahead is going to be really clear, smooth, and without any confusion. So that's your reading. Thanks for watching.